Hello, my name is Askan Schmeisser. I'm 55. I'm working at Deutsche Telekom Europe headquarters, and since around almost 20 years I'm working in the telecoms industry. And it's really a good time, a good job. In the mornings when I wake up, it's not a big hassle to me. I'm not crawling around and have to overcome some resistance. I go to work, I enjoy my colleagues, most of the time obviously, and the work in itself is also a very interesting one. Always different topics, always something new to do. It's really great. And the company, Deutsche Telekom, honestly really helps me to support my family, which is dear to me, obviously. It's a very good life. And our management even gives it a bit more. They ask us to give ourselves a round of applause. Why? Because our business is growing, we're doing really, really well. But times are changing. We got news. We need, for the same job now, that's what our management says, less people and also different skills. Skills for digitization, skills for the transformation. And that means that these words become not only for my colleagues, but also for me, rather a threat than an opportunity, since we are facing a reorganization. But there's also other aspects. Recently I had a conversation with a colleague of mine I really appreciate. He knows me quite well, and he told me, Askan, what's wrong with you? You're only talking about the past recently. What happened to you? You never talk about the future. What are your plans? Where are you heading to? What's wrong with you? I was really shocked by that. I mean, that's not the person I want to be. A person which does not think about the future, talks only about the past like a retiree. Yeah, it's not the person I want to be. It's like going to the doctor, you feel fine, you know, you do your sports and stuff like that, you eat halfway well, and the doctor says, Askan, things are not fine. If you continue like this, the end is near. So it's like losing your job. Well, this was quite a tough time for me, and I had really to think and scratch my head, yeah, and to think, what do I have to do next? So I kicked my butt a little bit and said, okay, let's brush up my CV, probably for the first time in 10 or 15 years or something like that. I took a new picture, and for those who know me, taking pictures of myself is a no-go, so I really had to pay a high price. And looking at the picture, I look older than the old one, yeah, but I can take it, as I'm smiling on this picture at least. Besides brushing up my CV, I took also a few training session, which means online courses and a few other things. Yeah, since we didn't get any guidance where we're heading to, I had to seek out the courses I want to take. So things like blockchain, IoT, smart city, and a little bit of programming came into my mind. Obviously, this was not an easy step at the beginning. You know, it's like when you're old, you start again with sports, the bones are aching, yeah, the muscles are hurting. And when you are at home and you say, let's get out and run, there's always an excuse, yeah, not to do that. But it is the same as doing the sports. You know, when you start doing it, after a while, you get a taste of it, yeah? And then suddenly you discover you feel better about yourself, yeah? You feel more energized, yeah? At work, you have far more energy. And what happens is that often you get a positive feedback from all your colleagues, friends, and the like, that you look different. And honestly, this is exactly what happened to me when I started learning, going my learning journey. What does that mean? I feel after a while far more capable. I felt confident. You know, it's becoming fun to solve all the assignments of the online classes and things like that, yeah? So the self-esteem is increasing, and the people are really telling, Askan, you have changed. You're not talking about the past anymore. You're talking about your future and what you want to do. Yeah? And this is basically the message I want to convey to you. But before that, one little thing. The AT&T CEO said, I believe 5 years ago or something like that if his employees are learning 5 to 10 hours per week, he can almost guarantee that they're going to stay in the company and continue their good life. So, just take this advice, start your new sport, your brain sport, yeah, to become more self-confident, shape your own future and the well-being of your family. Thank you.